I didn't want my wild instincts to cloud my judgment, so I deferred to who was in charge.
You see the other watchmen just speak up, but you were given those instincts for a reason, and yet you debased them. Do you believe you could have changed things if you acted upon them?
Things definitely would have happened different. I don't know if the outcome would have been better.
Do you generally believe following your instincts leads to better outcomes?
I suppose.
But yet you did not in this situation.
I did not.
Is that because you wanted violence?
I did not wish to commit violence where violence was not necessary.
So for those 235 souls, violence was necessary.
That depends on your viewpoint, I think.
If you had the opportunity to do it all over again, would you have acted upon your instincts?
Yes.
They look back to the Watcher who opens up the floor. The Sister of Light speaks up. We're born a wolf-born, that's correct?
It is.
And yet you were sent out on such a dangerous mission, given that unique power. Do you think that's wise?
I cannot say, no. At the beginning of the mission, we weren't told about any of the danger, just that our mission was to light the brazier at the top of the mountain. We had.
Why weren't you told?
I'm not sure. I thought it was part of our test as cadets.
Your test was to be uninformed?
To face what we find and make the best decisions we could.
And if she points over to the person in blue, your compatriot has suggested you are perhaps the only wolf-born child of Frauna of this generation. If you would have been lost there, do you think that would have been a great negative, considering what we know about the Vargul?
I don't believe I'm one to say. I'm, to be honest, questioning the relevancy of all this debate. I think you've already all made up your minds, and this is a bunch of word games that I'm ill-suited for.
You just see the lady with her pen write that down. You believe that Lord Duncan V, long may he reign, has already given his decree?
Don't know.
But you just said this is all farcical.
In my own opinion.
writes that down. In your own opinion, Vera, do you believe in Captain Riker acting, if, as the sister says, it has not only ensured the survival of your whole class, but a generational asset? Surely, even despite the risks, this is a net gain.
I think it is.
Yep, they have no further questions.
He'll wait till he's dismissed and then walk back.
Maven comes to grab you.
You.
Alright, Clint, you're up.
Walk on up.
As you start walking up and stand there, you feel sort of a small headache developing.
A headache?
Yeah, just a right-sided headache.
What the fuck?
Okay. Well, first off, I'm gonna give myself a bardic die. No clue if this will ever come up.
You need it.
Second point, I don't know how to imbue this going forward, but I do have commanding presence as a martial feature.
You see as you step up and you're starting to get this headache, the Grand Watcher holds a hand up. A small remission.
What?
That totally throws Clint off his momentum. And he's just gonna look at Captain Maven being like, what the fuck is this?
What the fuck?
I don't want main character energy right now.
Just
No,
relax.
you get main
Charlie,
character.
they're just having a discussion. Nothing to worry about.
About what?
There's no way to see this guy's mouth. Is there any way to, like, read her lips?
Oh yeah, can I read her lips from here?
You have observed!
Is that something
Yeah.
you can do?
I have
You have a-
observant.
As long
You
as I
have
speak the same language.
observant? Wow, what a relevant feat.
You sound
can't-
like you're playing
To
this.
be, this boy was chased by a crowd of our acolytes yesterday, and we couldn't find him, but he's here now, so we can arrest him.
Yeah. You definitely pick up. Well, do you watch the whole time, or do you look over to Clint? What do you do? No, your asset perception is jacked. You hear the whole thing. Oh my god.
You're like a
That's like
19
22.
passive.
There's 17.
Yeah,
It's not bad.
it's jacked up.
It's
So
double.
okay, yeah, you hear her say something to the account of, "There's an infestation growing in him."
Shit!
And Clint, yeah, your headache is getting worse to like a full-on migraine. I believe it can be removed, but who knows what has seen what so far. As you say. And then they separate.
Can't wait for me to get shot in the head by 7 or something.
Which one I
He has like a sniper rifle trained on me right now.
Which one I
You see
did,
her walk around this way. And man, as she gets this close, you Lucy can see like Khan like almost buckling a little.
Does my headache get more intense as she gets closer?
Horrid.
I think Clint, just out of instinct, would just take a step back.
You feel Maven's hand on your back. Worry not. Nothing's gonna happen. As she looks towards you, you've been infected.
I'm gonna make a con save to see if Clint is passive even be able to speak right now. Okay. That's actually pretty good for a +0. That might come up in my testimony, ma'am.
How it has lasted this far is curious, She raises a hand and puts it on your cheek. And just puts her thumb on your right eye as it starts to burn. As you see her hold her other hand far away, and this white energy starts flowing from her hand all the way through her body, and you see it sort of glow up in her chest as she starts sucking out this black ichor in her other hand before grabbing it. And it's like a little tadpole swimming around.
Tadpole, you say?
Your headache ceases.
When sees the tadpole and just starts chuckling. Fiends, I suppose.
Oh, that left eye. Yeah, that's crazy, Garth. It happened to hit him in the left eye.
Oh, fucking wild.
Yeah, crazy. Right.
Thank you, ma'am.
She looks
Nothing
over to
else.
Maven. I'd like a full report on this. As you say, sister.
Sister, might I say something cordially before we begin this?
As you see her, like, hold her hand in almost an unnatural position, making a cube with it, as she sort of dances the others around, and you see the tadpoles start to hit walls that aren't there before shrinking down into like a cube of force that she then takes and just snaps her fingers twice and it dissipates.
It's a show fucking force right there.
She looks back over to you as her eyes stop glowing and the energy fades. Remember that scene with Galadriel where she's freaking out on him about the ring?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that. Essentially that. You say something to her, though.
Before we begin this, and I say this to all of you, the words that I am about to say are true. I swear so on the lights above. And perhaps they might have some ill intent behind them, but know that I respect and trust every single one of you to come to your own decisions on this matter, even if I'll come to hate that decision. And I would expect nothing less from you.
Just notes your words, but more so the tone in which you say it seems to catch her interest before she takes her place.
That's a secret tool we'll come back to later.
Some of you can definitely see her whisper some words off into the wind that seem to dance and then float away. So,
I need to fuck.
you have sworn. You are now purged from infection that you've had for a while.
I am so happy I had that. That's fucking
How did Serena Samash never catch that? He was in there like every other day.
Can't sense
You can't
it
sense
like
it
her.
necessarily. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like sorcerers
So-
of the light and cleric are different, you know?
It's like when you
asked
walk into-
this, Garth. Who else noticed it besides the white man?
The Grand Watcher.
Nope.
Wasn't him?
What? It was this guy, right?
She noticed it and contacted him.
So who was the other one?
No one.
Ah,
What else?
so it's just something only white mains have the ability to do.
It's a level game. She's tier 4. She's tier 5.
Lovely.
So, you give your account.
Alright, I have a list of things here. Was listening this whole time, typing up a storm. I'm gonna lead with, similar to how I respect each and every single one of you to come to your own decisions on what to do and what you believe is right. I know Captain Riker is the same. I say this out of respect. And I limit it to respect, because he has beaten me more times than I bothered to continue counting, and he has given me personally tailored threats. All in the name of training and motivation. And if I'm being honest, I think I deserved the beatings, and it was good, very good motivations. As my colleagues have mentioned, we did not know the town of Fairfax was even there until we met Channing on a ascent. Our meeting of Channing was even opposed by the other co-team captain. Our meeting of him was of our own volition and sheer coincidence. Captain Riker had no influence on our arrival at Fairfax. Our mission was clear. We were to go up to the brazier at the top of the mountain and light it, which a safety net apparently was even set up without our knowledge, considering how Julius already lit it. Rosemary did not deceive us about her state. She told us from the very get-go that she was darkened. But I do not believe just because someone is darkened that they are consigned to the death sentence, or else our class would be considerably smaller. One more so considering about, I point at the Sister of Light, the infection I apparently had. This corruption that Rosemary is under, it did take her. It crushed her hope. But I turn to look at the Black Watch captains and the Grand Watcher. The Unchained One's corruption does not maintain personal capabilities or knowledge, as far as I was able to observe, having interacted deeply with Rosemary. It overrides them. If you want evidence of that, please go confer medical reports with one Mr. Channing and his charred state of being. It does not keep what it took. It remakes it. In that regard, I would like to pitch to all listeners here that Captain Riker technically had a 6-to-1 advantage. The Unchained One had a vessel, Rosemary. It was trying to get 2 more, one through Channing and the other through me. If we had fled the scene, we didn't finish the fight. We truly did leave Captain Riker alone against the Unchained One's avatar. The Unchained One would have had 2 or even a town's worth of vessels. But we finished things off. And not just our cadet class. Officer 7 did impart upon me a card. A one-time use trick. A Mirage Arcane, as I was told later. I believe this has already been brought up in the reports. I gesture at Lord Telemon.
He just does like a small nod.
So even if it takes 5 cadets to match one actual officer, we had another officer's influence there. As I brought up before, Captain Riker does not really give a damn about the safety and well-being of us cadets. But he came to our rescue anyways. Why? Because he is a pragmatist. We were worth it. Gesture a halberd on my shoulder. The next generation. He weighed the odds and took the right decision. And he didn't know about the card before he made that decision. So I think that definitely helped catch up any margins. Perhaps in a different world, Captain Riker wouldn't have saved us. Perhaps in a different world where other missions had gone well, I say let's look at the Grand Watcher, and the upper class wasn't annihilated. Not a single survivor. He might have had a better reason to let us all die there for our mistakes. But there aren't any other classmen left. Not the Chrysantine Order, at least. I believe Captain Riker made his own judgment call that day, just as the other Black Watch members here at this trial made their decisions on letting an entire class of students get slaughtered. Was what we did right? In hindsight, no. I don't think it was. But we're only mortal. We don't have the powers of prophecy, and time makes fools of us all. Should orders be disobeyed? Overruled? No. No, I don't believe so. In general. I believe all of us following our orders have a duty to be mindful of those orders and its consequences. I believe one of our founders was in such a situation where following orders led to the destruction of the Mon. Should orders be overruled wantonly? No. But I believe there are times where following orders is worse. And that, just like Captain Riker, one should weigh the options and act accordingly.
To finish up your statement, the Grand Watcher looks to the other two. If you had a chance to do it all again, would you have done it?
Would I have done it? Absolutely, sir. I would have tried to do better, just as I'm going to do in the next mission, just as I know Captain Riker's going to do in his next endeavors with us. Would I have done it the same way? Yes. With the knowledge I had at the time, yes. It being darkened, being the citizen, the Dusklands is a consignment to a long-term death. Yes, I would have done all that again.
And do you think Captain Riker should have done it all again?
Yes. On that I can say more conviction.
And do you find him to be worthy to lead troops?
Look at Captain Riker dead in the eye. He is callous. Sometimes leaders need to have a disconnect from their troops. He is cruel at times. You can ask our Cathar, Shireen Shamash, about that. Because I take a step closer to the edge and look over at Captain Riker. I haven't forgotten for one night the words he told me since we found our reason why. Take a step back. But I think these are all good traits for a man of his disposition. We can't all be Captain Maven. We can't all be the Grand Watcher. Captain Riker is very fit to lead troops in the way he sees fit, not changing to suit some other needs.
They just look back to the Grand Watcher, who opens the floor. The Cardinal speaks up. Do you believe that if given another opportunity to make such a action that might have risk, that might go wrong, that it should be done again?
I would have to retort to that Cardinal with a question of my own. Do you mean us, Captain Riker, or in general?
Let me rephrase it then, to ask my real question.
Please do.
Are you so comfortable with gambling with others' lives?
Good Cardinal. Every mission we take is a gamble. It's a gamble we try to rig as Black Watchers. Rig it with knowledge, capability, traps. But there's always the chance that things go wrong.
The
Yes.
Sister of Light speaks up. But that's just the thing, isn't it? You try to rig it with knowledge. Knowledge like rules. Rules that were set in place for a reason. Not to be wantonly disregarded.
I agree with that. Wantonly disregarded. In the case of us as cadets, I make no defense. We were fed misinformation, we fell for it. We were egged on by a presence hunting us that we didn't know exactly what it was. You're right. Rules should be obeyed and orders should not be disregarded wantonly. But us as cadets, per our co-team captains, we followed orders exactly. For a more knowledgeable member like the captain, he did not break rules and orders wantonly. He made a very informed decision, and I know he has the experience to match every single one of our lifetimes put together.
Do you for a second believe Captain Riker would have failed in the task you took?
I think we can all fail at the task we undertake, sir. Did I think he was going to lose that fight, though? No. He put all of his training to use, and then some. And got some help from us.
With that,
Cardinal?
no further questions.
I would drop
Yeah.
one last thing to Cardinal. Every mission we go on, Cardinal, is a gamble. Chances, who knows? Look to the rest of them. If we helped offer even 1% to that gamble, I know every one of us would have done it. Contrary to what you guys might think. So as I said before, Captain Riker technically wasn't working alone.
With that, you are dismissed.
Give a look to the Sister of Light, give another nod and bow of thanks, and then go back. And just sort of really lean back against the wall and sort of even slip down because that was fucking exhausting.
As he... Oh yeah, I didn't even realize that. As he walks up, he swears the oath. And gives his full and true account. But then after starts into an analytical perspective. There are 15 of us in this class. Likely they were equivalent or more. I counted 20 beds in the upper classroom. 20 beds that we lost, 5 years apiece, that's 100 years. Add another 75 for our class, that's 175 years that could have been lost. If the qualifications for captain would be less than that in total. I am not saying they're equivalent, but in doing so, but he did so for the future of the Watch. those who protect the light. As Clint said, it was taken lightly, but I do believe it was taken knowing. I believe Captain Riker knew would be here today. I believe he knew what he was risking, and I believe he knew that he would give up his captain in order to save the Watch, because that's who he is. That though, George testimony done. Oh wait, no, it's not them three last. The boys over
Yeah,
here.
it's 4. Yeah, don't forget play.
My bad.
Briggy gives her testimony after swearing and adds in, I was opposed to it. I do not think we made the right choice at the time, and I do not think it now. But it was the choice that provided the highest degree of unity amongst our team. As such, even though it wasn't the best choice, it was the right choice. I do not think what we did was right. I do not think what we did was just. But I think we did what we had to. What we all knew one day we would be willing to do. And I think Captain Riker knew that as well. Captain Riker, I disagree with your actions. Fully and truly. You should have known better, and you did know better. But you did not do so for your own pride. You did not do so because you wanted to revenge your ancestors. I believe you did so because you believed it to be right. And as such, even though it was not the right option, it was the best option. Master swears, does his oath, gives his testimony, but his is shaky. You see, he avoids as best he can the murders you had to do. But when asked about what Captain Riker did, he says, I believe he was the only one that could have won that fight that day. I don't believe anyone else here could have. Not even you, Grand Watcher. He was tailor-made to be there. And he looks over to the Cardinal and the sister, and I believe the light put him there for that reason at that time. Because he had to be. And I don't think it's wise to see it any other way. If we take the Occam's razor approach, the most likely solution is the solution, and he needed to be there, and he needed to do what he did. And we do not have the moral authority to say otherwise. You see the Cardinal pause, and you speak for the light. I do not, sir. I do not claim to. But I believe anyone with eyes could have seen it that way, if we choose to be open to it. Because I believe even though the City of Lights is segregated from the Dustlands, their light shines upon the world still. And you see the Cardinal gets a nod at that.
Oh no.
Poirier goes up, grabs some water as he splashes it at his feet and wiggles his toes in it. No promise is true unless it's made in water. Everyone be knowing that. I do be swearing on all the lights above.
And the side, and the waves.
He gives his testimony. But when it gets to the part where the Unchained One broke free, he just says, nah, you should have seen it. No way. No other way to see it, though. Big Brother Aka, he knew. He knew that we couldn't be there, he would die. When they locked eyes on each other, he knew. That was a warrior's battle. Only one of them got to leave out of there alive. He didn't have a choice to run. Nah, wasn't given that. Any one wrong move, any flinch, anything in the wrong direction, death. Either one of them, and they knew that. Silently. Intrinsically, they knew. They made an accord that day, a deal. One of them was walking out of there alive. I don't be knowing if it was Captain Riker's plan to fight him to the death. But all I be knowing is the choice was made for them both. And Captain Riker. You see like a very proud nod from Lord Telemon. Yeah. With that, they go into deliberation, and Maven ushers y'all out. But as you do, you see someone else.
Not
Very tall.
What
gentleman. Very muscular.
I don't trust him.
Make him big.
And in tow with him is
Oh!
I don't.
Mr. Channing Barclay.
Oh shit.
I trust him.
Is that Reaper Overwatch?
Fuck.
Just because it's a Hispanic guy with facial hair doesn't mean it's Reaper.
That's all Reaper
Okay,
is.
you didn't have to do that.
Ooh. So I'm sending that to Gavin. As you see Captain Maven nod, good to see you again, Ezekiel. Thank you for coming, Channing. I know this must be tough for you. As they enter and you leave, all's done there. Oh, I deleted all my slides from here. Oh no.
Oh no. Almira stopped existing, guys. We're on a dream right now. We're being chained up by the chained one. Riker lost.
Oh fuck.
That'd be a
We
twist.
lost.
that would be such a.
As you leave, you see Erica immediately. Oh, finally, it's over. Well,
I don't know if it's over yet.
she looks at you. Yeah, who cares? Who cares? Lucian, do you have your invention ready? I have mine ready. Is yours ready?
Oh no.
Is this? Do you know what? No. Yes, I have it ready. Okay, I'll go away.
Oh, okay, well, good. That's good. Because, in about 20 minutes, they're going to start displays, so you and Doran had something, you might want to be over there. She starts, skipping off back over there. See you soon!
How far even is the Tinker's Fair from where we currently are? Is it 20 more than 20 minutes away? Okay.
He starts punching, the
Yeah.
ground. Son of a
The air.
fuck. Shit.
Lucian.
Ah.
He takes 3 steps, closes the distance. He places both hands on your shoulder. He says, "Do you need me to be your experiment?"
That.
Look, this will be the story. You grew me in a vat.
So
don't-
Nati
I
does
don't-
experiments on you, but you. Okay.
Is that tinkering or is that
It's,
A crime.
it's technically.
You may shave me. I give you my consent.
You should take advantage
be-
of just for that.
I'm so tempted to
decloning.
start calling you Baby
Ethics.
Daddy from now on, Lucian, but I think Squirt fits you better.
I'm gonna
I
kill him.
want to hurt you.
He said, "I'm gonna kill him."
I'm gonna
You
kill all
brought
of
me
you.
into this world. You can take me out.
No, I wasn't gonna laugh, but that one was good.
I
We
can't
had
do
so
this
much
right now.
dramatic tension, and it just disintegrated.
We need an outlet, alright? We need an outlet, you know?
Yeah. Gregor was still like looking really disgruntled about the trial, but he starts smiling reluctantly.
I need someone to shoot my gun.
You need someone to shoot your gun?
Doran comes over to you, Gregor. Just like puts an arm around you. We've done our part. That's all we can do.
Oh, fuck, I hate
You're right.
this.
Yeah, I just hate that we'll have to wait.
Bureaucracy at its finest.
Doran. How long does it take for the verdict for these sorts of hearings to be decided upon? Hours? Days?
Well, I only found 3 of them in the record books here, and they were all 24 hours.
24 hours, huh? Well,
Oh, here we go.
does anyone feel inclined to stick around here and be all tense about the deliberations? Or can we all agree on getting out of this place and let them come to their own decisions?
I can't be out here anymore. Fuck this.
It wouldn't do any good to stick around.
It's more so looking at, I don't know, Martin, Doran, Castor.
I used to go with
No, you were gonna say something. Do it.
I think I might go check out the Inventus. I didn't actually have time to get anything put together as I was doing research, but it'd be interesting to see what they have.
Let's go. I'm going to head down there. I don't know if this is worthy enough to show off anyway. Fine.
Garth has a question. Does Billy Sunday expect Fred to show up today, or is it because it's Riker's thing? He's like, today's a pass.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Cool.
I think that's something you could easily communicated.
Yeah.
Billy Sunday, I have jury duty.
Unacceptable.
Legally, I'm allowed to like not come to work to go attend jury duty, so
It'll be on the record. He'll write it down for himself later. But it's Riker's trial. All right, fine. We have to bear
I
it.
mean, we did poison a noble because of the trial. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah.
We have no one has evidence.
What noble? What noble?
Who's a noble?
For a
What's
noble cause.
Is that like drop bears?
Is that a type of prize? Is that what you get for winning the Tinkerer's Fair?
Yeah, Clint, you do get something.
Ah, shit.
A
Shit
message.
in the ribs.
A message?
A gun.
Please work. Please work. Clint, are you there?
Fuck! Sending only just send stuff one way. Like you only do it once a day.
Now, you can respond to a single sentence.
Yeah, but it's like you can't respond back afterwards, right? So if
Oh, then let me clarify. It's hers.
oh, it's her sending spell.
Ooh!
Yo, third level.
The first thing she learns. Please let me have a phone.
Yes, Eisland, I'm here. What is it?
You get another one. I couldn't get a hold of you. I thought maybe something— I think something is aware of us. Be careful.
I'm responding. I'm sorry. We're at Captain Riker's trial for him saving us. And did you get a weird dream last night?
No further messages.
I don't know how many spell slots she has. We still have the stone.
She's run out of minutes.
She's run out of fucking minutes.
I knew that's where all the money I stole from you guys is going to.
I only have 2
Well, you could've
minutes on
just
this
said
thing.
that.
Bullshit.
Why'd I ask? Why I could just take it from you.
If Quint doesn't get a response, he's gonna pull out the sending stone. Also, but I was also unmuted, so I'm assuming something's happening.
No, you get one more. I'm having terrible dreams. Saw this thing, like a smith, forge, something coming close to us. I'll tell you more tomorrow.
Message back. You still have the sending stone, right? One more message, if you need it. You're not the only one. All of us that jumped into the vortex have gotten the same exact dream that you got.
Yeah, you get nothing back.
Okay. Roger, roger.
Roger,
What
roger.
do you do?
I would let people know that Eisen had the same dream we had.
At this
Well,
point,
how'd you
this
know?
isn't surprising.
It has to be the vortex. It has to be the thing we saw in the vortex. She says we're being watched. We're being followed.
That's good.
Look at Carolyn. That black horse that you saw on the way back from Fairfax.
Yeah, you see she immediately begins to get defensive, like she knows she's gonna have to defend why she didn't tell you.
That strikes a chord of Flint. Carolyn, I'm not mad,
Disappointed.
but I just want to know why. I'm not calling you out for it or anything like that. I'm sure you had a reason to keep it to yourself, but I just want to know why.
Because I didn't trust y'all wouldn't be stupid enough to do something that would get us all killed.
She's not wrong, to be fair.
She's definitely not wrong.
We've had no casualties so far.
Why chance it? Okay, that's fair. Fair.
She looks. Some of you said you felt seen, right?
Right.
If I told you about it, like Castor told you, Bradford, and then you felt seen, it might have seen all of us.
I see the sense in that.
I understand it, but the reasoning I felt like I was seen was because I sent out the... God's trying to think of words. The magical detection more than anything. It wasn't because he mentioned it to me. But the logic is sound.
I don't
Can't
have that
make
luxury.
sense.
Regardless,
You
it's in
made
the past.
You made a call the best you could. And it's understandable.
Alright.
Does that sound like the same thing you saw, though?
It is.
The general.
The one looking for Maven.
Did it look like there was a smaller shape with him
Couldn't
on the
tell.
mountain? Alright.
All I saw was big back wings flying on a creature that had no business flying.
Well, good job bringing it up during the trial. Do you think
It's
it's
like-
connected to your